Hello everyone. So hope all of you are awesome. These are tough times, and one thing which we need to remember is these are tough times for all. So stay safe, stay inside, and as they say, tough times don't last, tough people do. So don't worry about anything. But again, these are the times of corona, right? But still, what you have to understand is you just like you cannot discontinue your study, right? You have to keep on studying. Don't think that that prelims will be postponed and all those stuff, right? Those things can go on. So keep on studying. Keep on. There's a saying, na padhai karo na. So you have to keep on doing that. You cannot run away from it. So in this particular video, what we'll be doing is we'll be discussing certain things which are important from ancient and medieval India, right? And I have made certain notes on it. So we'll discuss those things. Let's not waste any time. So in ancient and medieval India, there were these terms like UPSC in recent years, they're very fond of asking like Mahattara and all those stuff. What are these? They're associated with what? Similarly, Nishka, Shatmana, Krishnala, what are these stuff? These are coins. These are coins of later Vedic period. Nishka, Shatmana, right? Krishnala, these are coins of later Vedic period. If you want to see it, right? Just a second. So again, these terms we have to be very, very thorough with, and we have to remember these. Sometimes I have heard many people saying that these are very boring terms, right? But you cannot do anything about it. That's why people generally run away from ancient medieval. What you can do is just go through these things, see the figures and every such thing, right? So these copper coins and all those stuffs, Nishka and Krishna means Nishka, Shatmana, and Krishnalas. What you have to understand is these particular words they're associated with coinage, right? Cool, dude. So Nishka, Shatmana, Krishnala coins, and there's one Coinage Act. Now this is not has nothing to do with ancient and medieval India, but again, there's one Coinage Act which Indian government has passed. Not this particular government. There is a Coinage Act of 1906, which is continuously going on right now also. So again, fine, dude. So that is not associated with ancient medieval India. I just said it. So Nishka, Satmana, and Krishnala, what are those? They are coins. Now let's talk about Hyo Wang Oke. I don't know how to pronounce it. I pronounce it like this, Hyo Wang Oke. So who is Hyo Wang Oke? Hyo Wang Oke is a legendary princess of Ayodhya who went to South Korea and Korean Peninsula actually and married a king there in AD 48. This is believed, right? So this thing, if India Korea relationship, even in IR it comes na South Korea relationship, you can talk about Hyo Wang Oke. Or in prelims, they can ask you, Hyo Wang Oke is associated with what? India Korea relationship, and he was associated with this particular area, so Ayodhya. So now again, lots of things we don't know how does she look, but still we have so many references point associated with it. And if you remember, even the what do you say, the first lady of South Korea visited Ayodhya. So that's why this Hyo Wang Oke is important, right? So who is she? She's a legendary queen associated with Ayodhya and who went to Korean Peninsula, married there. So that's why she is an important figure. Cool, dude. So now let's come and let's talk about yoga. So let's talk about the things which are important from prelims perspective. International Yoga Day, it is celebrated on 21st June, right? Summer solstice, longest day in northern hemisphere. Winter solstice, longest day in southern hemisphere. Equinox, days and nights are equal. So first International Yoga Day was celebrated in 2015. Theme for 2018 International Yoga Day was Yoga for Peace. Theme for 2019 was Climate Action. You want to see what is the theme for 2019? Just a second. So it is climate action. So it was dealing with climate action, and theme for 2020. If we talk about theme for 2020 International Yoga Day, it has not yet been disclosed. So theme for International Day Yoga Day 2019 is climate action. So we need to remember these themes because these themes can be asked. So 2018 Yoga for Peace, 2019 climate action. Cool, dude. Now let's talk about. I'm just focusing on the small important aspects. We can talk about other things later on also. Right now, we'll talk about Buddhist councils. That is important because Buddhist councils they generally do ask like fourth Buddhist council. Now we'll go in a sequential manner. So let's talk about all Buddhist council at once. So first Buddhist council, it held in Rajagriha and under the chairmanship of Mahakashyapa, 483 BC. That is a time period which is generally associated. It was said that the first Buddhist council happened during the reign of, or happened during the time of Gautam Buddha only. Second happened in Vaishali, exactly 100 years after the first. It is believed. There are many disputes regarding it also. So, but what you have to understand is the days or what is it, places associated with Buddhist Council, right? So the first one is Rajgriha, second is Vaishali, third is Patliputra under Ashoka, and the president is Tissa. And do you remember who is Tissa? Tissa is a brother of Ashoka. Mogaliputta Tissa. Third Buddhist Council, and fourth one is under in Kashmir under Kanishka, and the president was Vasumitra. And in this fourth Buddhist Council, Mahayana and Hinayana, what do you say, broke apart. Buddhism got divided into faction: Mahayana, greater vehicle, and Hinayana, lesser vehicle. Maybe this term greater vehicle and lesser vehicle for Mahayana and Hinayana was given by Mahayana sect tribes. Because why would Hinayana will call themselves lesser vehicle? It doesn't make any sense, does it? Right? So now there was another term also. Let's see this. So again, Kanishka, fourth Buddhist council was happened under his during his time, and it happened in Srinagar under the chairmanship of Vashumitra. Capital of Kanishka was Purushpura. It was not only Purushpura, even Mathura was one of the capital. And Purushpura is associated with the area near region, current Peshawar. So Purushpura is associated with the region around the current Peshawar. So that's it. So what you have to understand is fourth Buddhist council. Where did it happen? First one happened in Rajgriha, second in Vaishali, third in Patliputra, and fourth in Srinagar. Just a second. So yes, dude. So hopefully you will remember these stuff, and we should be remembering these stuff. These are important. So what we will do is we'll try to rewind that stuff again. And yes. See, so there is a JPG image also associated with it. Hope you people can see it. Okay. So yes, so first council happened in under the patronage of Ajatashatru. If you can remember it, very good. What you have to remember is where it happened. Rajagriha, 400 BC. It is controversial. Some say 483 BC. Some say 400. So, but remember that first happened in Rajagriha. After 100 years, it happened in Vaishali under the patronage of Kalashoka. Right. Third was happening in Patliputra under the reign of Ashoka. Mogaliputta, who is his brother, was the president or the chairman. Abhidhamma Pitaka. There are different Pitakas: Vinaya Pitaka, Abhidhamma Pitaka, Sutta Pitaka. All these we'll talk about them. So it was believed to be established or compiled during third Buddhist council. Fourth council, Kashmir, 72 AD, Kanishka, Vashumitra, and Buddhism got divided into Mahayana and Hinayana. Cool, dude. So this was about ancient portion. Now let's go to medieval. Let's see certain things associated with medieval portion. Okay. So in medieval, what we need to understand is, again, we'll first of all discuss the important areas. So first of all, let's discuss about Kailasha temple, right? So Kailasha temple, it is cave 16 of Ellora. Okay. So it is, and it is believed to be a monolithic architecture. Monolithic architecture means it is carved out of a megalith, carved out of a single rock. So it also becomes a megalith as well as a monolith. Megalith means what do you say? Lith. Mega means large. Lith means stone. So large stone carved out of a single rock. It is a megalith. It is a monolith. Cave 16 of Ellora, right? And the temple construction, generally it is believed that, see, understand one thing, this is very important. Why? Because there are many things which can be framed out of it. So Kailasha temple associated with Ellora. So monolith temple believed to be carved out of a single large rock, right? Construction happened during the reign of which particular kings? Rashtrakuta kings. It is generally believed that the majority of the work was done by Krishna I, right? But it is also believed that under the reign of Rashtrakuta king Danti Durga, it started, and under the reign of Krishna I, which happened from 757 to 733 AD, majority of the work was done. Right? If you want to see, just a second, if you want to see certain images associated with it, let's see that. So we have already talked about Purushpura. Purushpura is associated with modern Peshawar. So now let's move on to Kailasha temple, Ellora. And where is Ellora? In Maharashtra. Ajanta, Ellora, they are nearby. Right? But there are different things here. There are different features. There are different differences between Ajanta, Ellora, and Elephanta. So this is the Wikipedia page of Ellora, right? So again, as Wikipedia also says that the majority of the work is generally attributed to Krishna I, right? So Rashtrakutas played a pioneer role in the construction of Kailasa temple, monolith temple, megalith temple, located in Maharashtra. If you want to see certain images, you can see it. Hope you people can see it. So this is one side of the courtyard from the top of the Gopuram gateways, right? One images help here. So try to see as many images as possible. Again, another image of Kailasha temple. Single rock. They are saying that everything is made of a single rock. See, the whole image is made of a single rock. This is the Shikhara, Mandapa, arcade, Ramayana panel, Mahabharata panel, showing glimpses of Hinduism. Cool, dude. Now let's talk about the other portion of medieval. So this is important. Anything associated with Ellora, focus on it. Now let's talk about travelers. Again, UPSC talks about all these travelers a lot. So Bernier visited during the period between 1656 to 1668. He was also believed to be a physician of Dara Shikoh. Remember, during this period, there was a power struggle which was going on between Dara Shikoh, Aurangzeb, and all those things. So Francois Bernier, he visited the Mughal Empire between 1656 to 1668. And he was believed to be a physician of Dara Shikoh. If you want to see Francois Bernier, we can see it also. Yes, so this handsome guy, he's believed to be a French physician and traveler, right? And he was briefly personal physician to Mughal Prince Dara Shikoh. And it is believed to be that Dara Shikoh, it is also said that, see, my optional was history, so I've studied these things detail. So, but you don't need to go that deep into detail. It was said that if Dara Shikoh would have been our Mughal emperor, and the history would have been slightly different. Maybe too much radicalism, which was shown by Aurangzeb, that would have been absent, right? And he had a great he was a great guy, Dara Shikoh. If you read about him, you will realize that he had a great affinity for both Hinduism and Sufism and all other stuff. So Francois Bernier, Mughal, 1656 to 1668. Marco Polo, he arrived during the reign of Kakatiya King Rudram Devi. Rudram Devi is a movie also in which Anushka Shetty, I guess, she played a role, right? Anushka Shetty, you all know it, right? Prabhash, Anushka Shetty, Bahubali. I have also seen a movie which is called Mirchi. If you have not seen it, watch it. I don't know why it's a very unpopular opinion, but this movie Mirchi again, Prabhash is there, Anushka Shetty is there, and other actors are there. I like it more than Bahubali. I don't know why. I still do. It's super movie Mirchi. Telugu movie. Watched it in with English subtitles. You will love it. So now let's see Marco Polo also. And yes, Marco Polo is very famous, right? And he came or he visited India for a very brief period under the reign of Kakatiya ruler Rudram Devi. So we don't need to forget these things. Bernier during the Mughal reign, and they can even ask you the chronology. Like Bernier, we saw that he visited in 17th century, and now we are seeing regarding Marco Polo that he visited in 13th, 14th century, right? See Anushka Shetty. She's a one-woman army in southern like Telugu and Tamil industry, more so in Telugu industry. So she's a good actress actually. Just a second here. And we should not be getting diverted by these things, but still, yeah, we can have a little bit of fun, can we? So yes, so this is Rudram Devi. This is Anushka Shetty. I like her. Who doesn't, right? So let's not waste time. Let's move on. Just a second. So yes, so again, first of all, we have talked about Bernier. We have talked about Marco Polo. Now we'll talk about Abdul Razzaq also. We'll talk about other uh, what do you say? So these travelers are important. Abdul Razzaq, na, if you have watched Bharat Ek Khoj, you will realize that even guys like in Bharat Ek Khoj, the person who was playing Jawaharlal Nehru, he talked about Abdul Razzaq. He said that when he visited Vijayanagar and when he visited Hampi, right, the capital of Vijayanagar, what he realized was, and he said that he had not seen a capital. He had been to Rome and all those stuff. And he said that this is the capital which is second only to Rome. And this is the most beautiful capital and all those stuff he said. So again, so he visited during the reign of Devaraya II of Vijayanagar between 1442 to 1445. This guy, Abdur Razzaq. Ibn Battuta, he came during the reign of Muhammad bin Tughlaq, which was between 1325 to 1351. So you can see there are many questions which can be framed here, chronology-wise also, like arranged in chronological order, right? So Bernier, 17th century, Marco Polo, 13th, 14th century, Ibn Battuta, 14th century, Abdul Razzaq, 15th century. So you have to remember all those stuff. Cool, dude. Now, if you want to see, we have seen Rudram Devi. We have seen that, yes, now, similarly, let's see Abdul Razzaq. Now, the most important thing is when you will Google Abdul Razzaq, now, you will see the Pakistani cricketer Abdul Razzaq. But what you have to remember is Abdul Razzaq was also a traveler who visited India during the reign of Devaraya II of Vijayanagar. Okay, just a second. Right. So, yes. So now, What we have to do is, that's it. So Ibn Battuta, Muhammad bin Tughlaq, and there was a very love-hate relationship between Ibn Battuta and Muhammad bin Tughlaq. First he invited him, then he got angry with him, then he put him in jail and all those stuff. There are lots and lots of stories regarding that. So you can read about it if you want, right? So that's it. We'll keep until here only. In the next video, I will again share whatever notes I have. And be safe, be happy, enjoy, do some exercise that will keep you in a good spirit. That's it. Thank you.